guys that decided to go in.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, it's because it's 300,000 to win now, right?
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not bad at all. That's quite good. What was it before?
I'm not sure. I know it was
About
over
250, 200?
Yeah, something like that. See if I can pull something up here. Is Phil Heath competing again, or is he doing the Masters?
I would, if I were him, I'd do the Masters, but
I
I
don't know.
don't
Is
know.
he 45?
I don't know that. I think he's in his early 40s. He may not
Yeah.
be 45. I'm guessing about 42, 43 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So we know Big Rami's doing.
He's competing.
He's competing. Nick Walker,
Fine. Samson.
Sampson, Andrew Jacked.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about Big Rami? If he doesn't win this, do you think he should quit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Not quit, but I don't know.
I mean, I'll retire.
I think he needs to evaluate where he's at.
For sure. And if he has true nerve damage, if that's the issue, that's going to take, that may not ever.
Well, it's said he announced yesterday that he was doing stem cell.
Right.
To work on it. But I mean, he's only got what?
Weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it's already almost.
I can't see
It's almost February.
I can't see him being any different than he was at the Olympia. Maybe a little better condition on stage, but I don't see him any better.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm looking some of these guys. Samson Dowda, confident he can beat Nick Walker.
In shape, if they're both in equal condition, I'll say he will win. He's better.
Where did they place at Olympia? I can't think right now.
I think he was he seventh?
Yeah, Nick was third, right?
Third, right.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I would say I would give it to Samson if they're equal condition. I would go with him.
Yeah, I'm reading on Big Rami here with his underwent stem cell therapy less than 6 weeks before the show in hopes of bringing a better package to Columbus.
Not impossible, I guess, but I don't think he'll be much better than he was at the Olympia.
Have you ever seen anybody win the Olympia and then go compete at the Arnold?
Well, Samir did. I can't think of anyone after.
Nobody recently, right?
No one recently. Ronnie did that.
I was gonna say that was back when he was giving out those Hummers, right?
Right.
Ronnie just wanted the Hummer.
That's possible.
Because I think he won a couple of them, didn't he?
He won it one time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, did he? Okay.
Yeah, I think he went in one time.
That's crazy.
But if I were to win the Olympia, I'd just focus on that and nothing else. I mean, a year's a long time, but it's not that long. If you want to improve, you need about a year's worth of training to make those changes, I would think. But
yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah.
Huh. Who was that female that died?
I saw that posted. I don't know who she was.
Yeah, let me see if I can find
her. I'm familiar with her.
I actually saw it on Dave posted it.
Right.
Let's see if I can find it. Amy Richardson.
Okay, is she American?
FB Pro Amy Richardson passed away. I think so. I mean, she looks Asian.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah,
I
I
think
remember that.
she's from here.
I remember that. What last name Richardson? She may be married to an American.
She's married to, or says her husband, Kenneth. Let me see if
Yeah.
I know I saw somewhere it posted that right after because she competed at the Olympia, and then
Oh, this past Olympia.
she came down with pneumonia.
Oh,
So I don't know if that had something to do with it. Let me see if it says anything. The bodybuilding world mourns the death of a competitor. She passes away at the age of 49. According to her Instagram page, she contracted pneumonia and the flu while in Vegas,
oh,
attending
she
the
really.
Olympia. Yeah,
Wow.
she's a women's physique. Um, she made a post here about lucky me, caught pneumonia and the flu while in Vegas, double whammy.
Wow.
Starting to feel a little bit better, but lost lots of my gains. Time to rest and restart. Thanks to my hubby who has been taking care of me. Merry Christmas, everyone. That was the last post.
Okay.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah. Well, your immune system, I mean, I would imagine most of the competitors' immune systems are, by the time they get to the Olympia,
Yeah.
pretty beat up.
Yep. Didn't say she'd really won anything here. I don't think she'd been a pro that long. I think she was kind of she kind of got her pro card as a master.
As a master, right?
Yeah, she competed. See, her best placing was last year at the Masters World Pro. She got second,
Oh, okay.
and she did the Daytona. She must be from. I wonder if she's from around here. She's got to be because she competed in the Tampa Pro, Daytona Pro. So she must be a local.
She could be from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 49, man. She's young.
Yeah, it's pretty young.
Hmm. What do you think about all these shootings, man? Especially out there with you guys.
I hate to say this. If they want guns, this is going to be the results of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. You got more guns in this country than people. And of course they're going to get into the wrong hands. And this is expected. It doesn't shock me when I see it. It really doesn't. It's like, oh, another one.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on it. I support the Second Amendment,
Right.
but I still think I don't think Joe the plumber. I'm probably going to get criticized for this. I don't think Joe the plumber needs an AR-15 with 5,000 rounds rifle.
Hey, I don't think anyone but the police and the military.
Yeah, I'm all for someone having home protection.
Oh, I mean, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, they've got to come up with something for these guys. I mean, even if they just start flagging ammunition,
Yeah.
if they can put and maybe they do this but I don't think they do. I mean, you can't go buy Sudafed anywhere without them writing they track it, right?
Absolutely.
So why can't they track ammunition? Like, if you got Psycho Joe down the road, he's bought 5,000 rounds of ammunition in the last 6 months. That's probably a red flag.
That's a definite red flag.
Yeah, we need to go check this guy out,
Yeah.
or at least, limit his, amount of ammunition he's allowed to buy.
Sure.
I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but I'm just trying to come up with an option.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is what happens when you do nothing. What happens? Nothing. You're going to get these problems are reoccurring.
And I think both of these, it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's just ironic that both of these last shooters, I think, were Asian, weren't they?
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
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 It's usually the old crazy white guy.
Right.
that does most of the mass shooting.
Right.
You know, it's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
That's the world we live in.
it's
And
crazy.
I hate to say this, I've lived in countries like England. When I lived there, even the police didn't have to carry guns. I don't know if they do now, but in the 80s, the police didn't carry guns. In
No.
Sweden, Norway, Denmark, no guns. Germany, the only time I saw guns was on a train when I was traveling. They come to check passports.
Yeah,
You didn't see guns, and there wasn't a problem over there. I don't know how much that's changed.
I don't think it's changed much. I know a while back when I competed over in Ireland, in the northern UK, Belfast area. And they told me now their special ops team had assault rifles. I saw them carrying them, but their normal everyday cops didn't carry guns. But
Right.
whatever, in every block, or I don't know how it was broken down, but they have and I didn't know this, and I guess a lot of people don't know this, but there's a van. At this time, it was a van. They keep a van parked on some street that they all know about that they can go
Right.
to get weapons.
Really?
So yeah, there's this van that's like completely stocked full of weapons and ammunition that if they need to, they can go grab it. So
I can tell you this: when I was in Ireland, it was the IRA. There were some issues with the IRA, right?
mhm.
And so you would see the British military over there. They'd ship them over there, and on certain corners, you'd see British military with guns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going back to like 84, 85. But there was a problem with the IRA and the British government.
Hmm.
They're trying to break free, become independent.
Yeah, I think Shiraz is trying to log in. We'll ask him.
Oh, he'll know.
They carry guns.
Yeah.
Mm. How's the weather over there right now?
Oh, sunny, a little windy. We get the Santa Ana winds this time of year, which brings on my allergies. But I mean,
What's the
it's nice.
temperature?
About 60 today, 65.
Oh wow, that's a little
You think
cooler than I thought it would
yeah,
be.
yeah, it's comfortable.
Hmm.
You might want to go out with a jacket at night, but other than that, it's
Yeah.
yeah. You guys are in the 70s right now. Lost the humidity.
Um. Well, right now we're like in the 50s.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
this week we had a little cold front come through this weekend.
Okay. That's what a relief. Because summers there are brutal as far as the heat. I trained for the Chicago Pro in Miami, right? And it was so hot, man. So hot and humid. You could actually look into the horizon and see the heat waves.
Yeah.
And that, you're on a low carb diet I was exhausted all the time. I couldn't stand the heat. And of course, back then we didn't use, color. We didn't use spray, color. I had to tan outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I've tried the spray, of course, not on me, for myself, but
Did you ever use that dream? Was it Dream Tan?
we had Dream Tan and Pro Tan back then, but I didn't like it. I didn't like
No,
the
the Dream Tan I think is like it's that real bronzy color. I know the Middle Easterns use that a lot.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, when I competed overseas, the Middle East guys that were there, they were walking around backstage with it. It was like painted on. They were going to, touching up with rollers and stuff
Right,
on.
but I've
I mean,
noticed.
it looked good, but it was all over the place.
Yeah, when you sweat on stage, it runs.
Mm-hmm.
Got the one and they all
Yeah,
run.
and anything they touched, it was all over the place. But I could see why.
Sure.
I could see
Yeah,
why a lot of promoters wouldn't allow it because it
yeah.
totally destroys the backstage.
Oh, it does.
What's up, people?
What's up,
Well,
Shiraz?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Good, man.
Good.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys carry guns in the UK? Do the cops carry guns?
No, they don't.
No.
honestly,
Still
no.
don't. Okay,
They-
they still don't.
Still don't. No.
No.
I think the armed police does. Like if they're like the top military police to do,
Yeah.
but the normal police they don't carry guns.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just one of those.
They still carry sticks. They'll knock the shit out of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that. They have like these tasers things. I think they still
tasers,
have,
yeah.
like,
Tasers now.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so they do have these tasers things, but I don't know. Like I'm not really aware of these things like I do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, where's the guest today then, Jason? Is it just us three?
It's just us, man. Everybody bailed.
Really?
Yeah. And then there were 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's go over some stuff then today that we can talk about. Have we heard about the recent news on the classic?
Yeah, we were talking about that before you came on. We were talking about Rami and well, we were just mostly talking about Big Rami.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do?
I think he's gonna bail. I think he's not gonna be. I don't think
You
he's
don't think
gonna
so? Yeah, you think he's going to bail at the last minute?
Yeah, at the last minute he's gonna do that. I think because I'm not being funny. One, why apart from he's doing it for the money, why is he gonna do it for? There's no reason to.
Yeah.
Because he's in his mind, he wants to compete. He wants to do the Olympia. He wants to redeem himself in Olympia.
I was going to
So
say
why?
he's kind of embarrassed about that placing, so maybe he wants to try.
Sure. Well, let me ask you this, Jason. If you know, if you're getting still so done, right?
Mhm.
Can you train?
I don't
Would you
know.
be able to
I don't
train?
know.
Well, with the nerve damage that he has.
I don't think you can do because I just got my PRP injections, and that's basically the same. It's a cheaper version of stem cell, and the docs got me on restriction for 7 days. Like, I can't do any heavy lifting for 7 days on these joints.
Right.
So just imagine with Big Ramy, what has he gonna have to do with that as well?
Yeah, yeah. But his is his back, right? The lower back.
The lower back and the triceps as well. Have you
Yeah,
noticed
so
the triceps?
Oh, right.
Yeah, the triceps. So he
Right.
can't do any presses or anything when that stuff's in there.
No.
So
I mean,
I don't see how he's gonna do it. I really don't.
Yeah.
it's kind of unfortunate for him because and you know what, I really like the guy to win, but at the same time you can't win the Olympia with
No.
body parts missing. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that.
No, I think he'll end up retiring. I really do. Ultimately,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for him honestly because it's just it's one of the things he wants to do in it, but what can you do? You got no back, you got no triceps, so what are you gonna do?
No. Not
So
much. Yeah.
there's nothing you do. But do you know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna be really exciting this year though, where the other guys gonna play stuff with Nick Walker and Derek Lunsford and all them guys gonna do.
Oh, David Lunsford's going in, right?
Is he actually doing it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
I thought
know.
you. I think he should do it because really, Nick and Lunsford are like both rivals, like for the second, third one at the Olympia. So I reckon those two should do it together. But you know, I mean, I said this to Ian. He should jump into the Arnold Classic and get on doing it. Yeah, it'd be like the mini version of Ronnie and Jay. You
yeah.
know, Marbury, isn't it? But it'd be funny doing that.
Yeah. I don't know about the timing of it. If I'm trained for the Olympia and I go through everything that I need to go through, I'm exhausted. I'm depleted, exhausted. I'm done. To turn around 2 months later and equal that or better that condition, that's very difficult to do.
But you know, most guys probably done it like they started the prep around August, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe they start the preps then. So I'm guessing they got a bit more time for themselves to do a bit more. But I wouldn't do it because I'll be done after that.
No, I'd be done. Yeah. Personally, no.
They haven't really put out an updated list. This is the list from last time. Because I know
well, there'll be more competitors.
Charles Griffin is bailed out. Yeah, there'll be some more. There'll be some
more.
Do you know the reason why Charles Griffin bailed out? Like in
I think he
interviews
wanted.
or-
I think he was just burned out because he
Yeah.
competed. He competed a few times this year,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think he just needed a break. His body needed a rest.
yeah. I think that's probably
Yeah.
I think that's probably best for everyone to do that.
Yeah,
Burn out.
I have a lot of respect for guys that recognize that, man.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
You feel it. Yeah.
The most I did was I did 4 shows in 1 year, and that by the time that 4th show came around, I just I don't even remember it. It was just I don't.
was like-
I didn't have any fun, so it was like, why am I doing this?
No.
Yeah,
It's no fun.
I was miserable the whole time.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was you miserable? Was you miserable about the last 2 shows or the first 2 shows, Jason, or the whole? Was
The
you?
first 2, I was excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I figured that. I
yeah,
would
yeah.
have figured because I felt like that as well from last
Mhm.
year at the universe I did with PCA.
Mm-hmm.
I felt really burnt out, and I even told Ian at the time that I don't feel like I'm happy about doing it again. So I said to him, I need a break. I really do need a break after that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm debating on when I'm going to compete this year. I haven't decided if I'm going to compete this summer or if I'm going to go to the end of the year, because I really want to do the Olympia because it's here in Orlando and it's
Yeah.
right in my backyard. I'd like to do the Olympia Amateur.
I
So
reckon you should do that then. Do that then, if that's what you want to do. Then
yeah,
do
that's
that.
what I think. That's what I want to do, because I don't know, because I want to do. I like doing the Pittsburgh, but that's in
But-
July. There's a big break, between July and November.
Now the
Yeah,
Pittsburgh, the Masters.
Yeah, the Masters.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should do, maybe I don't know.
I have
maybe
a
you should
better
try
chance to get. I have a better chance to get my pro card at the Masters than I do the Olympia Amateur. I can tell you that.
and try to go for the Masters then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that, then do that. I mean, Olympia's can be next year. You could do that next year as well.
Yeah, but it'll be in Vegas, and that's just too hard. I don't know how much longer I'm going to compete. This might be my last year. I don't know.
We'll see how
we
things
should
go.
we should do like a celebration for you then when you retire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I'm the only one's going to be competing at this rate because all you guys
Yeah.
are done.
I was gonna say, you're young, man. You're in your 20s still. So
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 29 now, but I'm gonna be 30
okay.
this
Yeah,
year.
you are young.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 30 this year, so I'm not that young yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still getting in the 30s now. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you're getting right in your prime, man. So
yeah. I'm speaking in prime. I'm thinking I'm gonna be a lot bigger than I was last year though, because I said to Ian I want to be at least a bit bigger but better. But it's more like I need to bring up my chest and everything else.
yeah.
Because I was lagging my arms, my chest and the back a little bit. That's it. Everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. But my posing, shockingly, it needs to be more better, more improved.
Who was
I
the
feel
guy?
like
Who was the guy that beat you in this past time?
What the universe?
Yeah.
It was Jordan. Jordan is who beat me at the
Yeah.
universe.
And
There's a couple.
you got his
couple of
picture
guys-
hanging up on the wall. That I'm coming after you.
No, I seen him on the time. Like I seen him on. I got him on his Facebook and everything else. I got
Yeah.
him on Facebook, and I see him in training. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you in the next show. So don't you worry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no,
You got to
but
be
me-
like Rocky. You got to have a picture of the Russian up on the mirror.
I
There
think
you
I
go.
get a big picture on here. I can see that coming down here. You know
Yeah,
what I
there
mean?
you go.
So yeah, I'll do that then. Once I get him my redemption back and get him beat him on the shows, it'd be fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Jason, I actually want to get a payback.
Yeah.
He beat me once at the universe, and he also won like 3 shows in that year as well. Last year.
2 years ago, when I did the Masters, the guy that beat me, I did the Daytona Classic in the super heavyweights, and the guy beat me. I got second, but I ended up beating him. 6 weeks later was a master, and I beat him
Wow.
in the Masters, which was pretty cool. So I got redemption.
That's
And
good.
I didn't even want to win. I just said I told my coach I want to beat this guy because I knew he was doing the master. He was a nice guy. We got along good, but
Yeah.
I wanted to beat him.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's probably a good thing. Phil, what about you then? Have you got any rivals that they used to beat when you were competing at the time?
Well, not
Or-
really. I only did 3 NPC shows. So there was a
Yeah.
qualifier. There were a few guys in there I never saw again. The USA, Lee Labrada was there. Gary Stridham was there.
Right.
I beat those 2 in the overall. Lee was second.
Wow.
Lee should have been a middleweight, but he spilled over 3 pounds and ended up second to me in the light heavyweight class.
That's mad.
You talking about
Yeah.
Lee Priest?
No, Lee
No,
Labrada.
Oh, Labrada.
Yeah. And at the Nationals, that was it. That was my 3rd NPC show, so I was out from there.
Did you compete with Lee Priest?
Never. I did. My last show, the last 2 shows, it was the Ironman in '96 and the San Jose Pro.
Yeah.
I took 10th in the San Jose. I think he was 4th, and I was 15th.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him to come on here. He's hard.
I may be hard to get. Yeah.
Well, him and I communicate. He always answers my messages, and we communicate back and forth. And
Yeah, I was gonna say.
every time I try to get him on the show, he's like, "Oh, mate, I've been burned out. I've done so many shows. I'll get back with you." And then he'll post a new podcast like 2 or 3 days later. I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" I'm like,
You should get on podcast as well, Jason. Guys, listen,
I've had him on. Yeah.
Oh, did you? You actually did, yeah? Did you?
Yeah, I had him on last year. He'll come back on anytime because he's pro law enforcement too, so he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, I had him. This is gonna sound funny. I had him my own podcast like 3 years ago. It was on like an audio thing, and I had a guy to come on the podcast that time, and me and him were just talking like an audio based. So it wasn't like a video like this, but it was more like an audio podcast. Now I asked him all the questions that I did, and he's like, "Yeah, I can come back on anytime you want." I was like, "All right, cool." But no, he's a good guy. I like the guy. But he's funny though. I actually like his sense of humor.
Yeah,
really. The guy is really funny though.
Yeah, he is funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
I want to get him and like JP on here because JP, his humor is a little different. And I want to see those 2 go at it.
Oh, it'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? JP and the guys listening together, it'd be funny.
Yeah, because JP, you don't know if he's being sarcastic or if he's being serious or if he's joking sometimes. So you're like,
do you know what? Do you know what? Every time I'm on the podcast with you guys, I feel like I have to be serious every time when JP's on. I might have to sit down and listen to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't get a word in.
He's gotten better though. He's loosened up a lot. When he first came on, he was pretty serious, but he's definitely he's loosened up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like JP.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I do like JP. He's sound. No, you should get. I think you should get one of the older guys on. Who do you think of? I reckon you should get like who I'm thinking of. Have you tried to get Lee Haney on it?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Are you working on it?
I'm working on it.
How that goes.
I'm working on it. I just that was Linda Murray that just texted me. So yeah. I'm working on it.
Because he'd be a really good guest to have him.
The problem is, man, it's just scheduling. It's hard. I mean, you got your UK time, I got California time, I got my time, and then whoever the guest is.
Right.
It's hard.
Depending on where they are. Sure.
Yeah, it's real hard. That's why I did that one with Gabrielle. The wheelchair guy. I had to do it by myself because it was just an odd time of the day. I'm like,
yeah.
Did you manage to do it though? They hosted out and everything, yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's a lot of subjects I think we should talk about as well. You know, like everyone's talking about like Robbie Robson was talking about that the bodybuilders these days and the Liver King is turned out to be all fake now.
Oh yeah,
Everything else.
they've been slamming his ass a lot lately.
Which
The
one?
Liver King.
Liver
The
King.
King? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What happened to where's Tony Huge been? He's been quiet.
Oh, he's been off the radar. I think.
What
since-
happened to him?
I don't know, but I heard like he did some like business with Big Ramy and Dennis James for a bit.
Yeah, he
and
was sponsoring him, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared.
Yeah, and then that's where I lost heard about him. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened to that.
Well, I know he had
Uh,
did he have a heart attack or he had something?
Something
Yeah,
like
he
a
had
heart attack, right?
He had
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happen to him, and he's like, it was like he was playing. I don't know if he was saying it on purpose, but he was like, "Well, I didn't realize your blood pressure had anything to do with your heart."
Huh.
Something. He said something really
Uh-oh.
stupid, and everybody was like, "What the hell are
And
you
do you know,
talking about?"
do you know what's funny? He's called himself Dr. Huge as well.
Well, he's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, he's a lawyer. He's
Yeah.
not even a doctor.
He's not a doctor, right? So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, imagine taking information from him. I'm sorry.
I'm a lawyer.
Don't think so. Maybe advice on law. That'd be about it.
Yeah. The advice on law to get out of it and using like steroids and all that.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just a bit weird and that. There's a couple of things because I had a lot of my own opinions about the. 'Cause I never got a chance to tell you guys about the Olympia. So my thoughts on the Olympia.
You there, Shiraz? We lost him.
Lost him, yeah.
He's in deep thought.
There you go.
That's his knowledge thought.
Yeah. Maybe he's having internet issues.
Linda's messaging me now. Let me turn. She's talking to Lee Haney for us.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with Mike.
You know,
Did
I
you
don't
ever
know.
did you ever contact him again?
I did, and I was waiting to hear from you. Because
Yeah,
it took him a while to get back with me each time I
Yeah,
in contact with him. So I said, okay, he's busy. Taking some time maybe, but the fact that he didn't,
Just,
I'll try
if
to
you
contact
want-
him again.
if you want, just if you message him and say, listen, he hasn't been able to get a hold of you, but can you do the podcast? And just ask him when he's available, and we'll work around his schedule.
Sure, I'll do that.
Because I doubt he's going to be able to come to the same nights that we.
That may be. I don't know. Yeah,
Just throw it out there. Say, listen, we record every Thursday.
Right.
But let me know when you can come on, and then see what he says.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
And he'll get back with me. To take him a couple of days.
Yeah.
I would imagine he has a busy schedule. I don't know everything that he does, but he stays active, so he's pretty busy guy. Had a lot going on, I guess.
Yeah. I can't believe we're already at our 100th episode.
Wow.
Coming up. I mean, technically we're over 100. Because we changed the name and all that stuff, but since we've been most muscular, I'm going off of that.
Oh, okay, you're going off the most muscular.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I think I'm probably at about 120 now.
Wow, really?
From
overall. Between the two.
Overall, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know if Shiraz is done or what.
You said there may be who knows.
I see that column Von Moger.
Right.
He's starting to show back up again.
Okay.
Yeah. That's another one that was a wasted talent, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw but was it him? It was he was with, who was he with when he tore his biceps? They were curling the 225 together.
I think he was with Chris Bumstead, wasn't he?
It was Bumstead. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they were together at Gold's Gym.
Right. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
And he's got a tear now that he's nursing.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew that when I saw the Olympia photos. I
Yeah.
said, that's a torn bicep. So I don't know if it has to be reattached or what they have to do with what type of, healing that's going to require. I don't know if that requires surgery or not.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
a full blown tear where you see the biceps rolled up,
Yeah.
like up to the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I tore my pec, I guess it's attached to the bicep. Part of it is that's what mine popped off the bicep,
Right.
and it rolled up into my chest.
Wow.
But it's good now. I haven't had any issues with it.
Now, did you have stem cell done
No,
with that?
I just had surgery. I had it
The surgery.
I had
Okay.
it reattached. Yeah.
My collection just went solo, guys.
Yeah, that's okay, man.
Was the what you guy was talking about the stem cells again?
Yeah, he was asking me if I had stem cells because I told him I tore my pec, but I
Yeah,
had
how did you tell your pet?
bench pressing,
Yeah.
flat bench. That's why I don't flat
Oh.
bench it. And that's why I tell
Wow.
people anymore. I don't flat bench at all. I don't recommend it.
Nope.
I've always been
Do
I've listened to these guys and they're like, flat bench has, as a bodybuilder, I believe
No.
that flat benching has no significant value.
I quit doing flat bench presses as a teenager.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
flat bench, I think free weight squats. Now other may say that, like Tom Platz and all those people.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be a power lifter and you're going to compete, I don't think you need it.
No, you
Yeah.
don't need that.
No.
I don't. I used to do flat bench with dumbbells and all that, and it doesn't do any justice for my chest at all.
Yeah.
So I started doing that years ago.
Yeah.
So I just do incline chest press and all that stuff.
Now for women, I guess they say if they want to get that booty, it's the squats is about
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It kills my knees.
You're tall, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6'4". That's a lot of that's a lot of ground to cover.
That's a long way down, man.
Exactly.
A long way down.
That's a long way down.
It's one thing being 5'4" and being able to get away.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever watched Tom Platz squat. I wouldn't recommend his style of squatting to anybody. Only he could get away with that. It was like a piston firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I did that, I wouldn't have any knees today.
Yeah.
Or a lower back or hips.
Do you know what Phil, you might think I was stupid doing this, but I actually tried that once. This is like a couple of years ago. I did that once and I was like, no, I'm not doing that again.
No, you won't be around long doing that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So Phil, when you were training at your peak, when you were training hot and heavy at Gold's, who would you say was the best person you worked out with? Who kicked your ass the most?
Ali Mala and Ray Mincer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Now Ray Mincer trained heavy. I mean, super heavy. I couldn't come anywhere near use the amount of weight he did. I used what was, good.
Now,
for me.
did he do high reps too?
He did fairly high reps.
Yeah.
He was training there was supposed to be a show in '81 called the Joe Weider Invitational. And he started training for it and they canceled it midstream. And he went ballistic about that.
Yeah. Now, did you guys all trained like 4 a.m, or was that different times?
We trained about, I would say about 6 a.m.
Yeah. Now at this time was Arnold still coming in there, or was he doing movies by then?
He was in the movies. This is '81. You'd see him over at World Gym, not at Gold's Gym.
Okay.
So he over there, which was just 2 blocks away from where Gold's Gym is now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Arnold did his last one at 1980, and that was it. And started doing the movies, didn't they?
Yeah, 70. Was it 79?
80 Olympia.
No, it's 80. Yeah.
Yeah, 80
that was his last one.
80 and
yeah. Where was you there at the time then, Phil? When at the Olympia 80?
No, 1980. I was what was that, 1980, still in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I just
Did you watch
come out of teenage bodybuilding shows.
Did you watch the Olympia at that time, or
They were supposed to broadcast it, and I don't think they ever did for that reason.
right?
It was such a fiasco that they never broadcast it.
They should have done
a
that.
Wide World of Sports or something like that. They used to
Imagine
cover-
if they did that. Imagine if they actually broadcast the Olympia at that time.
yeah, yeah. That year they didn't. In '81, they didn't do it. The year Franco won.
I still don't know why they won't put it on broadcast now instead of streaming it.
You know, I don't know. I think I don't know.
I think the reason why
I'm gonna guess because they know of all the drug usage involved that they just don't care to cover it.
Yep.
It's turned into a drug sport.
Well, look at the strongman competitions.
Well,
Those guys aren't natural,
No, they're not.
and they put them on ESPN. You know, I mean, it comes on like
Actually-
2 o'clock in the morning, but
Sure.
yeah.
So yeah,
do,
it's hard to
do you
say.
know do you know why that is? Because I think those guys can get away with it when us bodybuilders we can't, because we're looked on based on
that may be true. I don't know.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's easier to spot out someone who's on the steroids than
Oh,
being
well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Extreme muscularity, sure. Imposing
Yeah.
trunks. Yeah.
That guy's on steroids. You know?
Right.
Have you watched wrestling lately?
Not lately.
Yeah, I watched Monday Night Raw the other night, and I just couldn't believe how everybody on there is like looks completely natural.
You know what? I heard that they do severe drug testing.
They did. Vince McMahon really implemented some good testing in there because you remember there for a while those wrestlers that were dying.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Well, quite a number.
quite a
Just
number
like
of them.
bodybuilding.
So, and I think he got a lot of heat, and he was pretty. They were telling Vince like, "Hey, you know, you might be a private company, but
Yeah.
you know, your shit's about to come down on you. You better do something."
Yeah. Well,
So, I mean, he's got a couple. I think his big names like John Cena and those guys, they'll always stay jacked.
right.
But these new guys are all. I mean, some of them.
Skinny.
I think some of them look like shit. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
Oh,
they don't even look
sure.
like they. You know, I don't think they
Not
have
what
good
they used to
physiques
be.
at all. No.
Not that it used to be. No, ain't that funny? It's like WWE used to be good, now it's not, and some is it's like bodybuilding as well
Yeah.
in some degrees.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I even said to Ian, I like the fact that everyone else is doing well, but it's not like it used to be. You know, it's not like it used to be. I mean, back in the days, better.
Well, let me ask you this. Since you're living in Britain, do you ever see any of the NABA shows, like the NABA universe?
And we have yeah, we do see them, but not all the time. They don't really post out much.
I don't see much anymore.
No, they don't do that anymore. They used to do it all the time. Now it's just like 1 or 2 shows every year. They used to do it all the time.
What's another big federation over there?
So there's PCA, there's GBO. GBO is another one, which is going to be big.
Is there something with an X?
Yeah, FitX is another one.
Yeah, I've seen some girls on here that have posted that compete in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I might give that a go. I mean, the promoter of that federation asked me to come in to compete in the federation. I was like, well, I might do.
The stage shots I saw look pretty cool. They look like they've got a really good setup.
Yeah, and they do the really good expos as well, apparently, because they get like all these big names guys coming in, like all the celebrities and all that stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. Even Dorian Yates was there as well, or one of them. So yeah, I might compete into that. It's fun. There's one called what's the other one? I'm trying to think of the other names are. So GPL FixX, so PCA, yeah, that's pretty much all the big names are.
Yeah, is NPC still pretty dominant over there?
No, there used to be, but I think the MCC changed it to the what's it called, UFBBF or something,
Mhm.
UK BBF or something. Yeah, so
Hmm.
it's not like it used to be. Everything's changed now. Like 4 or 5 years ago, all the NPC shows and all the NPC shows used to be big in
Yeah.
UK. Now it's changed over to PCA, GPO,
Mhm.
FixX. That's it. So I think the old generations are
Yeah.
over the UK are not changing the ways a little bit,
Yeah.
Hmm.
unfortunately.
But they still have the EFBB, right? English
Yeah,
Federation Bodybuilders.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
have the British Championships, right?
yeah. They still do that.
Okay.
Still,
Now
Phil,
is that run along with the NPC, or is that
think so.
different now?
yeah.
No, I think they're still going. I think it's not people. I think they're still doing it, but it's not like a. I don't think they advertise as much like they used to.
What is the IFBB Elite? That's over there, isn't it?
That comes out of Spain with
But that's not the
Rafael.
same as IFBB because those
No, they're
guys can't
separate.
compete.
No,
Yeah.
They're separated.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know
that's
how
the,
that works over there, but yeah, it's separate.
Hmm. Phil, when you did the European tour, right?
Yeah.
Who pays for that? Do you have to pay for your own flights and all that?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
From what I remember, I would say you do.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
you
know
not
if
get
that
in?
changed, but yeah.
They don't do
I
that
think
anymore, though, do they?
no, they
No,
don't. I don't think they do.
no,
No, they don't do anything like that.
no.
I don't know why they bring that. I guess because there's so many shows now. It's
Well, that may be
yeah.
the reason. There's so many
Uh,
shows now.
and you got to think there's too many athletes as well.
Hmm.
That's another reason why.
Well, you could do it because of the numbers,
Mm.
right? Because you
Yeah.
got so many pros, so many guys turning pro every year.
Yeah.
So you could do it because of the numbers. But whether I mean, there's enough shows.
I wonder why they picked Romania as the first venue for the comeback of the Olympia
Masters.
of the Masters. I mean, because that's technically a American established event, right?
The only thing I could think of, he's the only one willing to promote it or wanting to promote it.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't get anybody here to do it.
Maybe not. And
I
that could be a
don't know.
great show. I mean, you've got a lot of guys out there. I don't know if they'd be interested in coming back because, I mean, once you step away from that for a number of years, wanting to go back into that again, ooh, when you're in it, that's one thing. But when you step
Mhm.
out of it to go back in, ooh, that's
Oh,
hard.
it's a dangerous place. It's a
That's
dangerous place to do.
absolute. Changes your whole
Mhm.
life. Change your whole life again.
Mhm. And you take some risks.
Great health risk anymore.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you thinking about it doing it as well, Phil?
Yeah. He's thinking about it.
If they had an
He's
over
think-
60, I would really think about it.
He's,
If
Yeah.
they
thinking
had an
about
over
it.
60,
But it's only one age class, right?
it's 45 and over. That's just one
That's
age
it.
class.
Just one age
That's it.
class.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't waste my time.
Mm.
Jason, I definitely think you will do it. Give it till like a couple of weeks if you like. I'm doing it.
Yeah, if I had my pro card, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go to Romania right now.
Well, if you have to pay your own flight,
Well, isn't Romania close to Russia?
it's
Yeah.
in Eastern Europe. So sure, what was formerly Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go over there right now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go over there because it's just wars.
Yeah.
Too many people. You might get shot. So if you want to do that, feel free.
I'm a big target too, so everybody be ducking behind me.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, but no, imagine me trying to travel over there. I'll get shot straight away because I'm brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy for me to get shot.
I'd be pointing. There he is. He's right here. The one running.
Yeah, the one that's running with my little clutch.
Now, when's the Masters supposed to be held? Do you know the date?
I just know it's next year. I don't know the date yet.
Well, it's this year, or is it 24?
23, I thought. It is 23,
Okay, so
right?
it's this year.
Yeah, it is 23.
It's this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know what year I'm in.
That's all right. That's still right.
Let me see if it's posted here.
He still thinks he's 2022, Phil.
No, I'm still writing 22 down. 2022. Whenever I sign anything, I have to stop
Yeah.
and think, or I'll sign 22.
All over again. And I still can't believe it's 2023. I'm still getting my head around it.
August 26th, 27th, 2023 in Cluj-Napoca, Romania, whatever the hell that is.
Well, yeah.
It marks 11 years since its last 2012.
Right.
And who won that one?
Wow, the last one, I can't remember myself. I do not remember.
Let's find out here. Dexter Jackson.
Okay.
No
Yeah,
way.
that's right. That's right.
Oh, you should get a Dexter Jackson on there as well. You should get him on here as well, Jason.
He's hard. He don't do a lot of podcasts.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. I've checked around and he very rarely shows up on anybody's podcasts.
Oh, okay.
But him and Dr. Jason are good friends.
Are they?
Yeah, they grew up together. They went to high school together and stuff.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Wow.
Small world.
Yeah, Jason's from Jacksonville up there.
Jacksonville? Okay.
That's
Uh-huh.
crazy. Imagine that having one of your friends to be Dexter Jackson.
Yeah. Shiraz, how old's Phil Heath? Do you know?
He's 41, 42, I believe.
Okay, that's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
He's not old enough for the.
Not old enough yet. Wow.
He could still go to the Olympia if he wanted to, but
He's 42. He's 42.
Okay.
Right, 42. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not old enough yet.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if they want to do it, but if you look at Victor Martinez, Kai Green, they've got to be over 45, just over 45, or around that age.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Kai Green, I think he would have competed already if he wanted to.
Well, if he wanted to, yeah.
The year that what's his name? Brandon Curry won. Remember the first year?
Right.
Everybody was telling him to come back, that he would take it. And he never did. That was his year to go get it. And he never
How
did.
old is he now?
I'm pulling him up right now. Hold on.
Who? Brandon Curry or Kai Green?
Brandon Curry.
He's late 30s.
Oh, okay. He's still too young then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Kai Green is born in 75, so he's older than me.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's like 47. He'll be 48 this year.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's getting on for a bit.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah.
He's still jacked. I mean,
yeah, he is.
He's got to be. You think he's still 300 pounds?
Well, I would say he's about 260 plus, 270.
I'll say he's 280 at least.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I like you all guys know that as you older get, you're both just not gonna catch up as age go on. So I'm guessing he might downside. Do you think he will downside at some point?
Oh, have to. Age will
He
do
has
that
to.
for you.
Look at Dexter. Have you seen Dexter's pictures lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good, but it's definitely a big difference from 2 years ago seeing him on Olympia stage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course, it has to be.
Victor Martinez will be 50 this year.
Yeah, he's born in 73, I believe.
Yeah, he'll be 50 in July.
And he looks good. From the photos I saw of him on Generation Iron.
Yeah.
He looks good.
He never bounced back after he got arrested, did he?
No, he never did.
No, that year he got put in jail for a little while, and I think that kind of he tried to make a comeback after that, and it just never worked.
No.
When did he get arrested for that?
That was I can't remember when it was, but it was for immigration, something immigration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he made a comeback
8 months for that.
Yeah, it was like 2015, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that.
Well, we know Dennis Wolf. He's out because he's all natural now.
Right.
Yeah, we've seen the recent pictures of him.
Yeah,
He looks
trimmed out.
he looks totally
Trimmed
different than he
down.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, after all that, you almost have no choice.
Hmm.
You can't continue to do what you do to maintain that size.
It's still got to be. I mean, Phil, it's still got to be hard to mentally see yourself like that.
Yes, it
At,
can
at
be.
least at first.
No, it can be. You get used to it, but yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you got no choice. You can't swim against that tide.
No. I mean, you have to. You got to make a choice.
Oh yeah,
If you want to stay alive, for sure.
yeah, and stay healthy.
Mhm.
Got no choice.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta do that for your health.
Oh, health is everything, man. You lose that, you're done. I don't care how much money you have, you're done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go on, Casey.
I was gonna say all the money in the world, man. When it's your
Don't buy
time
your
to
health
go, it's
back.
your time to go.
Your time to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just life, I guess. Do you know what I mean? That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Mm. Yeah, I don't need to worry about stuff like that anyway. Like I've still got time on my side anyway. But I know for sure because I said to Ian at some point, I'm not gonna do this forever. I'll probably stop competing when I'm like 39.
Yeah.
That's probably when I start doing it.
Yeah. So you got a good while. I
Yeah,
didn't start competing until I was like 30.
really.
Yeah. I power lifted in my 20s. And then when I was 30, I did my first show.
Yeah, so you've done it for a bit then.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing bodybuilding since I was 23, 24. So I was pretty young,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
fairly young. But before that, I used to do martial arts. Did a world champion at 21, so I became a world champion in that in the karate. Used to do karate.
Karate? Okay.
Yeah, so I used to do karate back when I was younger, and turned basically I became world champion at 21, 22. So and I competed in Portugal, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really good times then.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then and one of the competitions I did was funny because they were supposed to do like a fighting against someone, and they matched me up with the world champion in
Mm-hmm.
that place. I was a rookie in that year, so I had
Yeah.
no idea the guy was literally the world champion that is I in the fight. So had no chance, and I got my ass whooped in that fight.
Yeah.
Took it like 10 seconds, and that was it. Done.
Do you think with your CP that since you've been lifting weights that your mobility has improved?
Yeah, it has improved a lot, but at the same time, it's because of my injury from like a year and a half ago when I was in hospital. When I was in hospital,
Uh-huh.
uh, it has some effect on it as well at the same time, but it does help. It has become a lot more stronger and better
Yeah.
than it was years ago. Because
Yeah.
you got to think, I couldn't do any lifting with the right hand. I could back in the day, and I couldn't do like a single push up, let alone lifting weights and everything like that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
so it
that's
was a lot harder for me to do that when to push myself to get better.
impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I imagine you have some muscles that are harder to develop than others.
Yeah,
Right.
like especially this right side here, man. I mean, the shoulders are easy to develop, but the arms, like the bicep and tricep, non-existent.
Yeah.
Same goes on my leg. I could do leg curls and leg extensions, but when it comes to calf raises, I can't push it down, so I can't do it up and down. But
Yeah.
me and Ian said to each other, we just do what we can do with the right side, but we work on the left side, which is a good side,
Mhm.
to make it more stronger and better and improve on that.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when I interviewed Gabriel, you know, because he's in a wheelchair, we talked about some of the things that he has to do while he's in the gym. It's, you know, it can be difficult.
I
But,
imagine
Yeah.
so.
yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult, honestly. I mean, especially if someone who's in a wheelchair, it's really difficult
Yeah.
because not only you have to do the lifting, you have to make sure you go get out of the chair to go
Mhm.
into the bench and do all this
Yeah.
lifting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But someone with wheelchairs don't really do that. They have to figure out how to stabilize their chair
Mm-hmm.
and do all this like movements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, to be honest, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
But you know,
There's a gym.
but
There's a gym in Orlando, and it used to be a Gold's Gym, but they changed it. But it has a whole. I'd say it's about 5 or 6 pieces that are designed for wheelchair people, like
yeah,
the hammer strengths, like the incline presses. It's got where
yeah,
you just roll right in with your wheelchair. There's no seat.
Ah,
You lock it. It can lock it in, and you can stand. You know, they sit there and they can do all their chest. And there's an arm exercise. They're pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I was really
That's pretty
impressed with
cool.
them. That was the
yeah.
first gym the first and only gym I've seen with that much wheelchair equipment.
Yeah,
They should do more of that. They should do like more stuff like that for people with disabilities. Like it's
Yeah.
you know they should do stuff like that more. Me and my friends, we had we spoke about Jordan, the guy who beat me at the universe.
Yeah.
He was saying to me that he wants to compete at the Olympia one day, but the thing is, the Olympia doesn't have any mixed disabilities. We're all in wheelchairs, and that's it. And I said to him, you need to. This is the thing is, you can't.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't think they will add another class onto the Olympia because there's too many classes anyway.
right.
Because there's too many classes, so there's no way they're gonna add an extra on for the other disabled people.
Mm-mm.
This is pointless. And where are you gonna find the time to do that?
Yeah.
Secondly, there's there's not enough recognition for disabled athletes to me,
Hmm.
and that's the way I think. It's sad, really, to be honest, because there should be more people doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. There should be.
Yeah.
There should be. Well, just give
But
it time, man. It just takes time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
may happen in time.
yeah, it might. It will happen. I mean, I'm like carry on as normal. I just crack on, but I think other people are getting frustrated doing it. Like I can see why. It's just, but you gotta crack on as well. Gotta carry on.
You could always just be a transgender. You can do whatever sport you want.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I'll just get a wig in it. I'll just get a wig and I'll just become a woman in it. I'll become Patricia. I'll become Patricia for the one day.
Uh,
Oh.
hey, listen, I seen the picture with your little puppy.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
What is that, a Chihuahua? What is that?
What is it?
Chihuahua.
Yeah.
It's a Chihuahua, yeah.
Is it a
Okay.
puppy?
Yeah, it's a little puppy.
Yeah. Was that something new you got?
No, it wasn't me. It happened to my barber shop. I went to the
Oh,
barber
okay.
shop
So
too.
somebody was there with it. Okay. I just saw it.
Yeah, so it was my barber shop, the owner. It's his dog. So I said to him, can I just grab it and just take a picture of it and just
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if
So
you got a new dog or.
no, I wish it was my dog, but I
Yeah.
just said let me just post it up, see if we get
Uh-huh.
any people to see it. Because I had a lot of people saying to me, "Oh, that's a cute dog," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not mine. It's not mine. It's someone else's."
Yeah. You want to
So
get some following, dogs and chicks. That's about
There you
all.
go. Or show your butt.
yeah,
Yeah.
There you
I do that
go.
on stage. I do that on stage anyway, so I'm good
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Shiraz, don't put your butt on there, Shiraz.
Bill ideas, not mine. No, I won't do that. But
Yeah. I mean, if you do, make sure you tag Phil in it.
Right.
if I do that, yeah, I'll tag Phil on one cheek and I'll tag you on the other cheek, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You save that for Ian.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Yeah, same up for Ian as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ian, yeah, did you see the pictures that I did with Ian back in November when me and him was training together? I actually put him in a headlock. Yeah, I actually put him in the headlock, which is
Oh,
funny.
I saw that. Yeah.
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 That one.
He
That was
stayed.
funny,
He
yeah.
stayed over there for a while, huh?
Yeah, he stayed there for 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks. So yeah, I stayed there for 2 weeks, then we trained together. I had to travel to a different city, which I had to get a train to Manchester, where I am, to go to a different city where he was training at, where we was training together,
Yeah.
and took me 2 hours to get there. See how it goes. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm just in the off season, still building.
Good, man.
Yeah. So what was the? Are you still in the off season, Jason?
Yeah. I'm still in the off season. Like we said earlier, I haven't decided what when I'm gonna die. If I decide to do July, I would start dieting in April. I think I figured like the 1st of April.
Yeah.
But if I push it back to Olympia, it won't be until this summer. So
Now they hold
Yeah.
the amateur Olympia along with the Olympia.
yeah, it's the week before.
And how many categories are in the amateur Olympia?
It's an NPC, so all the NPC
Oh wow.
classes. Yeah, it's a big show. It's several
Right.
days. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 days.
Right.
When's the national show gonna happen? Nationals.
I don't know about the Naturals. I don't know where they're at.
No, the nationals.
Oh,
the
Nationals.
NPC. Yeah.
The Nationals are in Texas this year.
What was it?
Yeah, I think they were in Miami last year.
Miami for a lot of years.
Yeah, and that's going to Texas this year.
No, it's gonna be fun for them because it's gonna be hot, like hot.
Yeah.
Well, when is the Nationals? Would be what? No, October.
Somewhere around then, yeah.
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 Bill, do you watch the nationals as well? Or
I'm sorry?
do you still watch the nationals?
If it's available to see, I'd watch it. I
Oh,
haven't been
okay.
able to the last number of years.
When's the last time you've seen it?
Oh,
Went to it.
geez, it's been a while.
Some of them
Been a while.
they charge so damn much for their
Pay-per-view.
the streaming on it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I'm not willing to pay.
I think the Arnold was free last year, didn't he?
No, that was the year before, I
The
think.
year before, okay.
Yeah. Last year you had to pay like $20 or something, or
Yeah.
$30 something.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's $20.
We ought to try.
Something like
We
that.
ought to try to do a show. We need to try to do a live show. We can do a live show.
You should do that. Yeah, you should guys do that.
The night of the Arnold,
Right.
Yeah.
and we can kind of live stream it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I don't think I can put it on here, but we can talk about it as we're
I mean,
watching
yeah,
it.
I think you guys can like watch it on. So Jason, you can watch it on like a screen or something.
Yeah, I
on
have
set, and
split screens here, so I can watch it.
Okay.
And then we could talk about it at the same time. So
We can talk about all the competitors. I'll have to. We'll have to do a practice live stream one of these days.
yeah.
Which is scary because there's no telling what the hell we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
We have to be on our behavior.
Right.
We ought to be.
I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube.
No 4-letter words or 2-syllable words.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be careful, and you got to be careful with the comments as well. There's comments there. Some people can be brutal if you get it wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't worry about that too much.
No, I'm not listening. I don't worry about too much of that.
No. If I can't lose sleep over that.
I don't know. What is that? Is that your dog, Phil?
Dog? You see him? Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear like a noise in the background.
Yeah.
That's your dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
What?
That's him.
Yeah. How's things been anyway, Phil? Because we haven't spoke for a while.
Oh, things are going well. Just staying busy enough,
Yeah.
But doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah. I've been trying to keep up with what you guys do, and I was like, I wonder what's Phil doing and what's Jason doing. I'm like looking at the feeds. I'm like, oh, they're just doing the thing.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, if I'm not on here doing this, I'm working
There you go.
or at the gym. You know.
Pretty much. Yeah.
How many
Same-
days? How many days a week are you training right now, Phil?
Me, I train each body part once every 10 days. So I train each body part 3 times a month.
So how many days a week do you go to the gym?
Let's say I go today, I do legs and hamstrings. I'll rest 2 days, do back, biceps, and calves, rest 2 days, do chest, shoulders, triceps, rest 2 days, and repeat the cycle.
Really?
Yeah.
oh, that's how you do it. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does you like that?
Love it.
Oh,
Love it, man. Plenty of time for
You-
recovery.
I don't know. I mentally I can't do that.
Oh,
That's too many days off from the gym, dude. I go crazy.
After
had
2
these-
days.
I've had these
know
couple
what?
of days that I can't train with these injections, and it's fucking killing me.
yeah.
I'm
It seems
ready to beat my head in the wall.
It
You know what I'm
seems
gonna
like-
do? Do you know what I'm gonna do? When I go to tomorrow gym, I'm gonna tag you into my workout, Jason, just to annoy
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
It's my job.
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm like, here you go, Jason.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. What were you saying, Phil?
Oh, I said those to me. Those that cycle seems short. It
Really?
seems like I turn around, I'm back on legs again. I just felt like I just did legs, and it was 10 days ago.
Yeah, I would probably do that as well. You know, but did you change your workouts before that? The film.
As I got older,
Yeah.
as a teenager and in my 20s, every 7 days, each body part.
Same days.
Okay, as time increases, in my 30s, every 8 days, in my 40s, every 9 days, over 50, every 10 days. Pretty soon, it may be every 11 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I train with high intensity and low volume.
Do you train with your wife Nancy as well?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's my workout partner.
Oh,
She goes,
okay.
I go.
Do you guys think you could train a body part every day?
No,
No.
You don't think you can?
no.
I know
Unless you have to be.
there have been some that said that it's bullshit and that you can.
To me, I get overtrained pretty easily. So no, I couldn't do
Mhm.
that. Not with the intensity that I use. It's
And
not
you got to think as well. You got to have a rest as well for your body.
rest and recovery is everything, man.
Exactly.
So
Well,
what is
overtax your nervous system? You're overtraining.
so if I
Exactly.
say okay, I want bigger legs.
Right.
Right.
How many max? How many days a week can I train legs?
Once a week.
That's it.
Once a week.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You don't think 2 or 3 times a week would help?
No.
No, I think you're overtraining at that point. I think that'll catch up with you in time.
Yeah.
Because you're more. If you're gonna try and build legs, you should do once a week. If you do more than that, you're basically like slowing
Let
down.
me ask you this, and I've seen this myself. I can say this. I've seen guys who train 6 days a week for years who never change.
Yeah.
Literally look the same.
Yeah. No, I see it all the time.
Year after year. Now
I
they
see it all the
don't.
time.
They overtrain, number one, and then when they do train, they don't train with enough intensity.
Mhm.
They're just fiddling about, is what I call it.
Trust me. I was noticing that tonight. There's these group of guys that have been coming in this gym I go to for years. And they look exactly the same as they've always looked. You know, and they're the ones that sit in there and they bullshit half the night. You know.
Oh, sure. They waste time in there.
Yeah. Then
It
they're out
becomes
in the parking lot for an hour talking. You know, and it's like,
becomes a social gathering.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love those. I hate those kind of people. You know, when you
Yeah.
see them type
Oh,
of people,
sure.
you're just like, doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that, you know, it's just a different mentality, I guess, different frame of mind.
Yeah.
I used to be like that as well, believe it or not. I used to be that person where I used to be social gathering until that.
Normal? You used to be normal?
I used to be normal, yeah. I'm not normal now, but definitely.
None of us are.
Right.
No, but I used to be like that as well. And I was like, one day I kind of like, I'm like, why am I doing this for? I'm not here to
Yeah.
talk to people. I'm supposed to train you. You know, but
That's why it's hard to date someone that doesn't go to the gym.
Yes.
Yeah,
See,
it's hard.
I agree with that. Yes.
Do you know what? Do you know the thing is? Someone asked me, someone said to me, would you date someone who doesn't go to the gym? I'm like, yeah. So why? I don't go to the gym. I don't do all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're normal. I like to be normal, for once.
Yeah.
You know, if you stick around with people who does the same thing, it can get boring.
I guess
But then again,
as long as a girl, or if you're a girl and if it's a guy, takes care of him or herself.
Right.
There's other things. If they bike and yoga and stuff like that, I guess they don't have to go to the gym.
Physically
that's what I
active.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a walk around the park or a nature place or somewhere, you could just go for a walk. That's something you do together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Like someone said to me, "Well, do you want to go to do some walk around this nature place?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that. Be good."
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I like my food as well, so I can have the say to them, "Let's have pizza on the weekend." Do that. But obviously, when it comes to the competition time, right? No, I'm going the next room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these days now, all you gotta do is look at their social media. You can see how they eat and what they do.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So you get the ones that party and they eat like shit and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You're like,
Eventually, a guy told me years ago, a guy that trained me, he said, if you eat like shit, eventually you will look like shit.
Yep.
And he took me shopping. He said, you see that fat lady over there? Look in her basket, see what she's got.
That's true, actually. You see a lot of people with that.
Oh, this was George Turner, a great trainer back in the 70s.
Yeah.
I lived with him for 6 months, and
But it's true. It's true what you said, like if you watch people what they have in the baskets and groceries basket, you're like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see George Farah announced he's not training pros anymore?
Why?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
I don't know. He just said he announced on one of the podcasts that it's just too much. He just, I guess he's finishing out some of the contracts that he has.
Right.
Do you know what it is? Because he had a lot of beef with Blessing and other people and Andrew Dracobet.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's why then. I don't think that's the reason, but I'm guessing that's probably the case.
Probably.
Let me ask you this, guys, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys have been training a great number of years, right? Mm-hmm. All these pros that need a trainer or use a trainer. Right. I mean, when do you learn and your body? I mean, you live inside of it. Do they pay attention show after show after show of what they do? Do they record what they took to see what kind of results they got? There should be a point. What am I going to go to a trainer for? Nobody knows my body better than me. You might get some advice here and there from a few people you can rely on.
Right.
Why do you need a trainer?
No, I agree. I've always, I think once you get to that status, after not that status, after you've been competing for a while, you should know your own body.
Oh my gosh.
And obviously you're gonna seek someone as a critique, to see things that you can't see. But to sit there and just somebody just tell you step by step exactly what to do, you don't need that. I don't think so.
It's funny you say that, Phil, because me and Ian had this discussion one day. Ian said to me, "Yeah, eventually you won't need me around when I train you or something." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, at some point you have to do this on your own." I was like, "Yeah, that's true." Because once I learn all this, the knowledge behind him and all that stuff, I don't think I need him.
Yeah.
But right now I still do. Okay, but we haven't spoke for like more than a week now. But I still train, do the diet, same as everyone else does. But I do, for me personally, I do need the help I need for a trainer. But that's different because I'm an amateur. But these, like I said, pros,
established pros,
it should be like that.
Yeah, after a while, Shiraz, when you're like 35, do you think you're still going to need a trainer? A full-time trainer?
Not a full-time, just like a second eye.
Like a second eye, yeah, of course.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I need someone to do a second eye at least, especially when I'm prepping. But I should be fine after that.
Yeah. And that second eye is going to be somebody I know that's been there, done that.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might ask Ian again. You know, if he's still around at that time, I'll still ask him. Like, Ian, just gonna be my guy again.
Yeah, I don't think Ian's going anywhere for a while. He'll be.
Yeah, he's still around. I think he'll probably get sick of me eventually. You know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. But I'm Phil's right. These pros that I see all the time, yeah, I don't understand. I even don't understand how the guys that get injured or do people that need advice on training and all that stuff or taking, have a basic diet. Why? You guys are pros.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to do all there needs to be done to get to that level, win the best shows, and then pat somebody else on the back. I'm patting me on the back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Did you Phil, let me ask you something. Did you do your own training and diet when you was competing?
Sure. I mean, there's people that I would say, hey, what do you think? You take a look at me, sort of thing. That would be it.
Yeah.
The rest of it I put together.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So
everybody did that back then. No one had a trainer back in the 70s and 80s that I was aware of.
No.
Maybe, like you said, someone who could take a look and tell me what you think. What do you think? Maybe a little more of this or a little less of that. And then you take it from there. You take it from there. You know how to work with it. You know how to do what you need to do.
Yeah, there you go. Then it's just common sense, common courtesy.
For the most part, yeah, it is common sense.
For the most part, it is. But and it's easy to just to recognize what you need to do and what you need to do with the stuff and take and all that stuff and eat. But the most of it you just do by yourself. And to be honest, I even what you just said, like 70s, 80s, there was no trainers, no coaches around then. I think the 90s started doing that.
It started in maybe in the late 90s, 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know Ian said to me there was no coaches around his time when he's
none.
Yeah. Now everyone needs a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
It's funny. It makes me laugh sometimes, though.
Well, it is funny to me because I see that, and I'm going to thank my coach, and I'm thinking, oh man, come on, really?
Do you get annoyed, or do you find it funny when they ask them to do when's your next show? Oh, I had to let my coach know about this.
It's funny. It's sad.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's sad, funny as well, and I'm like, your own decision. You should make your own decision to do that. You don't need your coach to ask permission to do that.
No.
I
can see that as a beginner, were you getting advice and a little bit of help, and then from there you take it from there. You have to take control.
Like the thing is that even like even I'll give you an example. Like last year, basically I wanted to do the universe. I said to Ian, I want to do the universe, and that's it. So he said to me, "That's fine. We could go and do the universe then." So we did that together. I didn't ask him to his permission. I just done it for myself, just because I want to do it, And around that time as well, because I was from the British finals in 2021, I had that blood poisoning after that accident I had. So basically, because I scraped my leg. So leading up to the British finals, right? This is going to be funny, but I was training and it was a peak week, and my leg got caught on the machines and it was bleeding. Now I didn't realize it was bleeding, and that's when that happened. And
was it on your right side then?
On my good side, my left side.
Oh, your left side. Wow.
Yeah. So I had blood poisoning on my left side, and if it was bad because I couldn't walk after that, so I had to use crutches. But I said to Ian, I still want to do the universe after that. He said, "Okay, that's fine. We'll do that." So, the moral of the story is, I made that decision to do it. No one else told me to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need anyone to tell me when to do the next show or whatever. I mean, even if I ask Ian's advice, I ask his advice and that's it. But it's down to me whether I'll take it or not.
Yeah, it's ultimately your choice.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah. So
ah,
there's not any else that's going on there in the bodybuilding world that I don't know about because I'm a bit more,
yeah.
you know.
I think we got pretty much everything covered tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week I can reschedule that girl. I'll see.
She's
See
from
what-
the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, she's over there. She'd have been up late too.
What city is she
Yeah.
in?
I don't know. I know she's
Time
over there
zones-
somewhere.
time zone's the same.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Yeah.
So I know it's 2:19 a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to go to sleep anyway. What am I doing up here?
Yeah. Well, get some rest, man. That's all I got for tonight, guys.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
It's good
That's-
chat.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys, and
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys soon.
I'll be in touch with you guys and let you know what's going on for next week.
Yeah, please
All
do.
right. No,
All
yeah,
right.
no worries, then.
All right. See you
All
guys.
right.
All right.
Yeah.